Warren Buffett has built one of the most successful companies in history, and when someone asked him what he looks for when he hires people, his answer was 3 words.
We look for 3 things when we hire people. We look for intelligence, we look for initiative or energy, and we look for integrity. And if they don't have the latter, the first 2 will kill you.
3 qualities, and he said if a person doesn't have first one, the other 2 will actually destroy you. Let me explain. Hey, I'm Ross. I started my first business at 17. Since then, I have hired over 100 people. And today I want to break down Warren Buffett's hiring rule, what it actually means, why it's more dangerous than it sounds, and exactly what happened to me when I didn't follow it. So here's what Buffett said. When hiring, he looks for 3 things: integrity, intelligence, and energy. Simple, right? Sounds almost obvious. But then he added the part that most people forget. If they don't have integrity, the other 2 qualities will kill you. Think about that for a second. A person who is smart and hardworking but has no integrity, that's not a good employee. That's an active threat to your company. The smarter they are and the harder they work, the more the damage they can do, because they have the capability and the drive. They're just pointed in the wrong direction. Buffett's point was, intelligence and energy are multipliers, and integrity is the direction. Without the right direction, more power just means more destruction. Now here's where most founders get confused. Integrity sounds like a values word, like something that you would put on a company poster. And so people just nod along at the interview. You feel like the person seems honest, and you move on and hire them. But integrity in hiring is specific. It means a few things. Does this person do what they say they will do? When nobody watching, do they still show up? When something goes wrong, do they tell you immediately, or do they just hide it and hope that you don't notice it? Do they take responsibility for mistakes, or they always have a reason why it wasn't their fault? And most important, are they honest with you about what they can do and cannot do? Because the most dangerous hire isn't someone who lies about their character, it's someone who lies about their competence, who says yes to everything in the interview and then figures it out later on your expense. That is an integrity problem, and you won't see it on a resume. Talking about my experience and my mistakes, I remember I needed a head of sales. I found someone who looked pretty solid, previously experienced managing sales teams, confident in interviews, spoke the right language, pipelines, conversion rates, closing techniques, all of that, right? It was really on high level. And when we started working together, I spent real time with him, like explaining the product, how we position it, what objections come up, how we handle them, and I taught him everything I knew about selling this specific thing. And at some point I realized he wasn't getting it. The product was complex enough, believe me, and it required a specific way of singing, specific pitch, and he just couldn't fully grasp it. Which is fine, this happens. Not everyone clicks with every product, but here's what he did. Instead of coming to me and saying, Ross, I'm struggling with this, I need help, he just kept going through the motions. Team meetings that looked productive but wasn't. Reports showing like progress, salespeople who were supposed to improving but weren't. Like numbers were the same, like nothing changed, to be honest with you. It looked like work, it felt like work, but nothing actually moved. And even started declining. And the worst part, I could feel something was off, but every time I dug into, there was a calm professional explanation, a reason, a plan, everything sounded reasonable on the surface. As the months passed, I finally sat down and said, okay, let's look at this together, step by step, deal by deal. And that's when it collapsed. He didn't understand the product well enough to sell it, and he had known that for a long time. He just never told me. That's the integrity failure. Knows that he struggled, struggling is normal, it's that he chose to manage my perception instead of solving the problem. He protected himself instead of coming to me, somehow could fix it together. If he had walked into my office in week 3 and said, I'm lost, I don't fully understand how to sell this, help me, I would have respected this completely, we would have figured it out together, believe me. And instead of this, I lost months. The team lost momentum and I lost trust in everything he had told me before. Was he like a smart looking? Right. Professional on paper? Yes, absolutely. Integrity? Zero. So, how do you catch this before you hire? You can ask someone, are you a person of integrity? They always say yes. So you have to design a situation that reveal it. Ask those questions. Question 1. Tell me about a time you made a significant impact at work. What happened and what did you do? Listen carefully. You are not evaluating the mistake, you are evaluating the ownership. Does the story have a clear momentum that they say, I got this wrong? Or does it slowly drift into the situation was complicated and there was so many factors, right? Question 2. Tell me about a commitment you made that you couldn't keep. How did you handle it? Again, ownership and transparency. Did they tell the person immediately or did they wait and hope it would sort itself out? Question 3. The most underrated one. Just check if they did what they said before in the interview. Did they send the material as they promised? Did they show up exactly on time? Did they do the prep work you asked for? Small things, but integrity is consistent. It doesn't turn on for big moments and off for small ones. If they cut corners on the small stuff before they even have the job, you have your answer. And one thing I see constantly in founders who are trying to hire strong, high-integrity people, but their company brand sends the opposite signal. The job post is vague, there is no clear story about where the company is going, no sense of who the founder is or what they stand for. And here's the thing. People with real integrity are picky. They're not just looking for a paycheck, they're evaluating you just as hard as you're evaluating them. And if your company looks unserious from the outside, they move on quietly. So we do a free HR brand consultation where we look and how you're presenting your company to candidates right now and show you exactly what to fix so you start attracting the kind of people Buffett is talking about. Link in the description. Back to the rule. Once you have confirmed integrity, then you look at intelligence and energy. And Buffett's definition of intelligence here isn't IQ. It's not credentials, it's thinking quality. Can this person take a problem they have never seen before? Can they learn fast? Do they ask good questions or do they just nod along? The test I use gives them a real problem from your business in the interview, not a hypothetical. Something you're actually dealing with right now, and watch how they think through it live. Believe me, you will learn more in 10 minutes of that scene than in an hour of standard interview questions. Energy is the simplest one to evaluate, but also the easiest to fake in short term. Someone can show up with high energy for 1 hour interview and then disappear into mediocrity. So look for energy that is consistent with their track record. Did they build things over time? Did they stick with projects? Sustained energy show ups in history, not just in how they present themselves to you today. The last thing I wanted to leave you with today, and this is something I had to learn the hard way. The order of Buffett's 3 questions is not random. Most founders evaluate in the wrong sequence. They look at skills and energy first because they're the most visible and the most exciting, the easiest to access, and then they think about character almost as afterthought. Buffett's sequence is integrity first, always non-negotiable. If it's not there, stop. Don't go to step 2. Because you can teach almost anything except of character. You can improve someone's skills, you can channel someone's energy, but you cannot install integrity into a person who doesn't have it. Not with a better management, not with a clear expectation, not with more time. Screen for integrity first, then intelligence, then energy, in this order every time. And if someone is missing the first one, the other 2 make them dangerous, not valuable. Learn from Buffett and learn from my mistakes. If this was useful, subscribe. I post about building companies and hiring right real experience, no theory. And if you want a free HR brand consultation to make sure the right kind of people actually want to work with you, link in the description. I'm Ross. See you next time.